Saturday, April 10th, we have the moon, again, void of course, from that Piscean energy on Friday, moving into Aries, locking in at 3:11 a.m. So we are going to wake up, majority of us are waking up to this Arian energy. The Arian energy, when the moon moves into Aries, regardless of whether it's a new moon or full moon or just a normal moon event, it's kind of like we're starting over. This is the clean slate. This is the fresh beginning. We are bold, we are aggressive, we are courageous. We want to jump into new experiences. We would rather act and think later, which of course can be a pro and a con, but overall, the new passions and the new desires that we are realizing come into focus. If you haven't gained clarity by now of where it is that you need to pour your energy into your life in order to create change that will better align you with your higher self, you are definitely going to get a burst of energy helping you to focus in on where change is needed the most on Saturday and moving into Sunday. So the moon in Aries will be making 6 different aspects throughout the day. I feel like the most important one is a conjunction with Chiron. So the moon will be sitting right next to Chiron in the cosmos, which is going to trigger a brand new chapter of healing. Yes, we had our wounds exposed. Yes, we had people rub salt in them over the last couple of days. And now we know for sure what it is we need to heal, what it is we need to change, where it is we feel most vulnerable, where it is that we're taking our power back. The moon will also be making an aspect to the true node, which is going to pull us out of these old toxic situations, these old karmic life lessons that we are ending, and make us really focus in on where it is that we're moving to. Again, that is where the clarity comes. The clarity is even more palpable because Mercury, who is in Aries, is going to be sextiling the true node as well. This has us thinking futuristically. It has us envisioning what it's going to be like once we get past all these different obstacles of what it is our new realities are actually going to look like. I do want to throw caution out there though. Mercury does rule over communication and we are definitely fiery. You might find though that in your conversations, either internally with yourself or externally with other people, you're talking about, what we're going to do a month from now, or what's going to take place in the summer, or what, strategic plans you have already thought of and how it is that you're going to make them happen. So we are talking about ourselves very much in the future sense than the present moment. We have Pluto making an aspect with the true node as well, which is going to intensify the new passions and the new desires that we have to get out of our current situations and to better align with the future vision that we've been holding on to, that we're working very hard to try and manifest. Mercury will be sextiling Saturn, which, hate to break it to you, but it's going to feel like we are being tested by the universe. Why? Because the roles and responsibilities that we currently have in life, they're not supporting or encouraging us to grow. They're not supporting and encouraging us to move forward. Many of the roles and responsibilities that we are currently tied into are based off of choices and decisions that the old sense of self made for us in moons gone by. We are now in the breaking point of leaving the old behind and stepping into the new. And as we kind of discovered earlier on in the week, we had some reevaluating to do, and we had Saturn kind of kick off the new life lessons and the new karmic chapters that are coming to us. So Mercury sextiling with Saturn is going to test us in our mental plane and in our physical realm to see whether or not we are actually walking the walk and talking the talk. Many times when we have, things happen that we feel are against us in the world, we think that we're being punished. It's not. It's merely an opportunity to rise up and to prove to the universe that you are 100% on board, willing to make the kind of changes that we've been envisioning in order to manifest the kind of reality that we actually want to be living. Food for thought here for a second. You aren't the person that you need to be in order to receive the prayers and blessings that you've been praying for. If you were, you would already have them. There's a little bit more maturity, a little bit more growth that needs to take place in your spiritual self, in your self-worth, in the environment in which you're creating, in order to create a space to allow these blessings and prayers to actually come in. So again, you're going to feel like the universe is testing you, but I kind of invite you to see it as a challenge in a different way. Stand up, speak out, take action, show the universe that you're serious, show the people in your life that you can't be, rolled over, pushed over, walked over. If the opportunity presents itself for you to stand up, for you to level up, for you to boss up, take it. Because that is no better message to the universe that you're no longer messing around, you're no longer content settling for what it is that you've been living, and that you do have what is needed within you to be who it is that you need to be in order to open your arms and receive the rewards and blessings that you've been praying for and working so hard to actually manifest. So the last thing that I want to talk about here for today is that Venus will be sextiling Jupiter. So Venus, of course, the goddess of love and beauty and money and relationships and self-worth and futuristic planning, is sextiling, blending her energy with Jupiter, who wants to magnify everything, who wants you to grow and expand past your current situations. So this is a continuation of reevaluating the relationships in your life. Again, that full moon in Libra we had at the end of March really did kind of give us an even playing field as far as our relationships are concerned, and be able for us to regain our power back, regain our control back. But being in no man's land this last week hasn't been fun. We really have been triggered in a lot of ways to see whether or not the people in our lives are capable of giving us what it is we want, need, and desire. So all of this energy is kind of, swirling around in the cosmos and of course within us. Why? Because we have a new moon in Aries taking place on Sunday. And so we are in the new moon window. We have a lot to consider. A lot of the things that we are considering don't feel good. They're not supposed to feel good. They are being illuminated for us, rising to the surface of our consciousness, of our heart space, in order for us to realize what we no longer want to be living in. Again, that's how we set intentions. That's how we plant seeds for the future, is realizing what it is we need to move away from and what it is we want to be moving closer to. So of course, I will be diving more into the new moon in Aries energy in next week's energy forecast. You can go and listen to April's energy forecast, where we dive into everything that you can expect for the new moon in Aries. And again, I highly recommend that you download your moon guide. If you're not subscribing to the Moon Guide subscription, which walks you through the day-by-day lunar phase and how to make that energy work for you, then you can just download the Moon Guide with each new moon and full moon event and allow the energy to show you where it is your focus is needed the most. It is a very important new moon, as this is kind of the kickoff of this new astrological calendar that got initiated when the sun moved into Aries under the equinox energy. So super, super important. I want you to be informed. I want you to use this energy to your advantage.